I'm just so over it, you guys. I'm so over it. I can already hear his loudest voice. My uncle. Because my family's having, which thankfully I don't have to participate because I'm really not feeling well. I've been fighting fatigue for like the last several days, and like today I just haven't felt good. I've been achy, and yeah, they're having a party, a 90th birthday party for my grandma who turned 90 today, my dad's mother. And you know, I don't have nothing against her, but this party is just a bunch of people I don't really care to be around anyway, so I'm kind of glad I'm sick. I don't have to go upstairs and interact because I don't really want to. But I could already hear my loud ass uncle up there. And just everything about him irritates me. Like you guys already know, I've made videos about him. Just his overall like demeanor, his overall personality, like the things he says and does is just irritating, and I just don't like him. And I could hear his loud ass voice up there. So I plan to just stay here in the basement and just not interact with anyone. I mean, I'm genuinely like, I think sick and not feeling good though too though. Like my head feels warm, I feel achy, like I feel weak every time I get up. I want to take these glasses off. But I'm just like, I'm just over it. Like I feel like every day is the same thing. I mean, it's just every day is the same. I mean, the only thing that like helps me is to try to keep myself occupied. But then, you know, sometimes I can only do so much until I'm like, I need a break. My brain needs a break. Like I was trying to just study anatomy because I have a lot of stuff I gotta prepare for the lab midterm. I mean, there's a lot I gotta learn. But, you know, my mind can only take so much, and then I have to like have a break. So now I'm just laying here on my bed making this video that I'm sure probably barely anyone's gonna watch. This life is just tiring. Do you hear him up there? That loud, obnoxious voice. Yeah, that's him. That's my uncle. I'm so glad I don't have to interact with him. I'm telling you, he's just... Every time there's a family gathering, it's all a bunch of bullshit. It's all the same dumb conversations, the same annoying questions being asked every time. Like people trying to make small talk with me or like act like they're interested in me, and I know they're not. And I'm not really interested in them either. Sucks I don't feel good right now, but I'm actually kind of glad because otherwise I'd probably have to be up there interacting with them right now, and I do not want to do that. My gosh, just listening to his voice is annoying, and I'm not even interacting with him. I might take a nap, honestly. I might just take a nap. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but not much else I can do right now. I don't know. I'm just ready for something different at this point, but I don't think that's going to happen. I really just don't want to be here anymore. I really just don't. Like, there's nothing fulfilling in life anymore. There's no incentive. There's nothing. There's no jobs. Like, the jobs that are out there, they're all shit. They don't pay anything. You know, all the corporations, they don't give a shit about anyone except for their shareholders and their CEOs. It's all a bunch of nonsense. And all of it's made up, too. All this shit is made up. This stuff shouldn't even be a thing. Having to work and grind to be able to pay your bills and just survive. That's like, how is that a life? To live paycheck to paycheck, how is that a life? I mean, I'm not even doing that. I don't even have a paycheck because I don't even have a job, but I'm just so tired of it. It's just, and then you always get these older generations just sitting on millennials and Gen Z, like, oh, you guys are just lazy. You don't know how to do anything. You complain all the time. It's like, well, just, maybe open your eyes and use your noggin. Maybe try using those neurons in your brain. Oh, wait, you probably don't have much. You probably don't have many neurons. And just look around and take a whiff. Take it in. Just look around with your eyes and just look at the way everything is here. Exactly. They can't do that. They can't do it. They just have to sit there and live in their own little delusional bubble. And especially the baby boomers. Like, I know there's good baby boomers. Like, I know there are good ones out there, but the baby boomers especially, they live in a perpetual state of like, oh, it's like the 1970s, it's the 1980s. Like, they're stuck in that time period, like, and they can't wake up to the fact that it's 2026 and it's not 1970s anymore. We can't go in and just shake somebody's hand and get a job. It doesn't work that way anymore. You can't just go door to door. You just can't. Nowadays, if you try to like go to a place of employment in person, they look at you like you're an alien from outer space. And they'll just tell you, oh, well, you gotta apply online. Believe me, I wish it could be like how it was for the boomers. I wish life could be like how it was for them growing up. I would be doing a lot better right now. I'll tell you that. I'd be doing a lot better. I mean, yes, it still sucked that I have to still pay bills and all this shit. But, like, at least it would be more, like, feasible. It would be easier. The only way that I'm ever probably going to be able to have a house is to just live with my parents, take care of them when they're, like, elderly and they're sick, and then inherit, their house. So, like, that's the only way I'm going to ever be able to afford a house. There is no other way I'm going to be able to afford a house. I know every generation has had their struggles. I know every generation has had their struggles. But I feel like millennials and Gen Z and the future generations, like, I just feel like we really got, like, the worst of it. We got dealt the worst deck. Everything was so promising when we were children. We were told that if we followed the common script, if we, graduated high school, went to college, we could get a job. We would be able to get a job that made enough money. We could be able to have our own place, afford our groceries, afford our bills, have maybe one or two cars. And then we got to adulthood, and they ripped all that away from us and said, psych, uno reverse. Now you have to do this. You have to work probably like 60 to like 70, 80 hours a week just to be able to have enough to pay your necessities, living paycheck to paycheck. And that's just, I'm not even talking about a house. I'm talking about like an apartment. Like, apartments are stupidly expensive right now. Like, stupidly. Like, a lot of one bedroom, one bathroom apartments. And I guess it kind of depends on where you are. I live in Atlanta. And it is stupid expensive here. You cannot get like a one bedroom. You can't even get like a studio apartment for like less than $1,200, $1,300 a month. And it's likely to be higher than that now. I mean, most places now, most apartments you cannot get for lower than $1,500. Like $1,500 is usually the bare minimum, and it can go up from there. It could be like $1,500 to like $2,000 a month. And most people are not making that. Most people are not making that kind of money. If they're making money at all, there's a lot of people like me who are unemployed and can't get work and can't get a job. So the goalpost has been ripped away. It's been moved up higher. Every year it gets moved up higher and higher and higher. And it truthfully is like just trying to walk up a descending escalator. You're trying to walk up, you're trying to progress, and you're not progressing at all. You're either staying in the same place or you're deprogressing. There is no progressing here. There is no progressing for the younger generations. Unless you just somehow come into a lot of money, had really wealthy parents, or had really good connections to jobs. I mean, the rest of us, that's how it is for us. Walking up a descending escalator. If I could like roll my eyes to the whole back of my head for how everything is now in society, I would. Because this shit is not worth it. It is not worth it. And we're all tired and we're all stressed. We're all just kind of existing. We're all just like in perpetual fear of like what's going to happen. Those of us who, we rely on a support system, our families, our friends, people from church. Like, there's a lot of us out here. And all it would take is one horrible event, one thing to completely sink us. For us to end up out on the street. I mean, what kind of society is this? Where it's like you miss one paycheck, you miss one little thing, you lose a family member, and then it's like your whole life is like in shambles. It's not a society or system I want to live in. But that's what it is right now. That is what it is. And I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. And people are getting angrier and more anxious and fearful. People are getting more violent. We're seeing shootings happen more, stabbings happen more. And that's only going to keep getting worse because people are they're snapping like rubber bands. Like a rubber band can only be stretched so far before it snaps. And collectively, us Americans, we're like one big, long, stretching, stressed rubber band. And just, we're like 1 millisecond away from snapping. Anyways, I don't know how you guys are doing. I'm just trying to cope in whatever ways I can. But it's hard sometimes. It's just really hard. But I don't know. I guess, you know, if you have a support system, you know, like me, you know, consider yourselves blessed, consider yourselves lucky, because otherwise, you know, there's a lot of people who don't have that and they're completely screwed right now. I just want out of this. I just want out.